Hello, I'm Mark West, and I'm recording this YouTube video on Dr. Seuss's birthday, which is March 2nd. March 2nd is also the Read Across America Day. One of the things that we like to do on Read Across America is read books aloud. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to read to you Dr. Seuss's classic, Yertle the Turtle. Before I do, though, I wanted to say a couple things about this book and what led to this book. Dr. Seuss, throughout his career, was very concerned about the rise of totalitarian leaders, despots, dictators. And that is reflected in not only this book, also in the cartoons that he did leading up and during World War II. Those cartoons have been collected in a book called Dr. Seuss Goes to War. And in these cartoons, Dr. Seuss skewered Hitler, Mussolini, and also the various people in America who supported these fascist leaders. And in those cartoons, they're not intended for children, but he made a very strong statement about rights of ordinary people. I'm dedicating this reading of Yertle the Turtle to a group of ordinary people who are not so ordinary anymore. And that is the people who live in Ukraine and who are dealing with a despot dictator is invading their country. So I dedicate this reading of Yertle the Turtle to the Ukrainian people. Here goes. Yertle the Turtle by Dr. Seuss. On the faraway island of Salamasand, Yertle the Turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean. It was neat. The water was warm. There was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy, quite happy indeed. They were, until Yertle, the king of them all, decided that him he ruled was too small. I'm ruler, said Yertle, of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With this for a throne, I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could sit high, how much greater I'd be. But a king, I'd be ruler of all that I could see. So Yertle, the Turtle King, lifted his hand, and Yertle, the Turtle King, gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to his stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on another one's back, and he piled them all up in a 9 turtles stack. And then Yertle climbed up. He sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view! He could see most a mile. All mine, cried, oh, the things I now rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule, king of a house. And what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yertle the Turtle, oh, marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. And all through that morning, he sat there up high, saying over and over, a great king am I, until long about noon, he heard a faint sigh. What's that? Snapped the king. He looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac. Yeah, just part of his throne, And this plain little turtle looked up and he said, "Beg your pardon, Yertle. I have pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here, your majesty, please?" "Silence," the king of turtles barked back. "I'm king, and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm a king of a cow and a king of a mule. I'm king of a house and a bush and a cat. And that isn't all. I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher," his voice thundered. "So pile up more turtles. Want about 200. Turtles, more turtles," he bellowed and brayed. And the turtles way down in the pond were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they came, they obeyed. From all over the pond, they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles, cousins, and all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One after another, they climbed up the stack. Then Yertle the turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. "Hooray!" shouted Yertle. "I'm king of the trees. I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah, me, what a throne. What a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the turtle. Oh, marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see." Then again, from below, great heavy stack, came a groan from that plain little turtle named Mac. "Your Majesty, please, I don't like to complain, but down here below, we are feeling great pain. I know up on top you're seeing great sights, but down at the bottom, we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand it. Our shells will all crack. Besides, we need food. We are starving," groaned Mac. "You hush up your mouth," howled the mighty King Yertle. "You've no right to talk to the world's highest turtle. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There's nothing, no nothing that's higher than me." But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. "What's that?" snorted Yertle. "Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle King? I shall not allow it. I'll go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can, and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack them to heaven. I need about 5,607. But as Yertle, the Turtle King, lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, that plain little turtle below that plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, he decided he'd taken enough, and he had. That plain little lad got a little bit mad. That plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He burped. This burp shook the throne of the king. And Yertle, the turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air and the birds and the bees, the king of a house and a cow and a mule, well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule. For Yertle, the king of all Salamasand, fell off his high throne and fell plunk in the pond. And today, the great Yertle, that marvelous he, is the king of the mud. That is all he can see. And the turtles, of course, the turtles are free, as and maybe all creatures should be. Let's hope that the people of Ukraine will also be free. Thank you for listening.